day, everyone. This is Inside the Net, and today we are giving you pre-match reviews on Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, and the rest. But today we are talking about Chelsea, Manchester United, and Chelsea has not won Manchester United in the past 6 years. Since 2019, Chelsea has beaten United just twice. So today I am with my colleagues to talk about the match. Let's have their insight. So today I'm with Dayo and I'm with Precise.
Chelsea will always be Chelsea, and they are preparing for the Champions League spot, while Manchester United is preparing for the Europa League final as well. Because if Manchester United is able to win the Europa League final, definitely they are going to qualify for Champions League. While Chelsea needs that win to give the likes of Man City and Newcastle a tough fight for their money, because Newcastle is actually going to play Arsenal, so that is a big run for them. So today's match, I think, is a one to watch out for. And as you can see, every club has been unveiling their jersey, and Chelsea has unveiled their jersey today as well. So I expect them to fight for them. Those are the things that gingers players. Those are the things that gingers team, that gingers the fan. Manchester United are not good. They are only good in the European competition. You can see the way Brentford is back to them. All teams are actually going to look at if 5 teams is actually relegating in Premiership. Manchester United is going.
One of them, yes. I love that.
And you can see they are fighting. They are in 17, I think, and Tottenham is in 16. So
no, they are in 17.
What
I think they are in 16.
They are in the same point, minus goal difference. Whole Manchester United is having a good difference.
So note, in the last 5 matches, Manchester United has won none. They've lost 4 and drew 1. But Chelsea, on the other hand, has won 3 out of their 5 matches. They drew 1 and they lost 1 against who did they play last week? Newcastle. For Chelsea to beat Liverpool. Even if Liverpool had won that league, the match I watched that day, Liverpool played their best and Chelsea still won that match. So I feel Chelsea will go over the edge. So to my Manchester United supporter, so let's hear from you. What do you feel is going to happen in the game?
To a large extent, I can say that is justified. Looking at our position there. Do you understand? So it's justifiable that you can tell us that we are not good. But at the same time, Man U will still be Man U, no matter whether we are good or not. Someone was saying somewhere that I didn't mean Man U was performing well. Publicity in Premier League will even be higher than correct publicity now.
That one on a pocket.
Publicity. You guys don't have publicity. You have bad PR. Bad PR
I listened.
Imagine someone in the Europa League final and currently 16
in the Premier League.
In the Premier League.
It's a bad
PR.
A very, very
Is it only Man U? Me and Tottenham, we are brothers.
You and Tottenham will not be mates.
We are brothers now.
No, you guys are not mates.
But we are not
based
mates,
on yes now.
We are not mates.
You are meant to be setting the standard for Tottenham. But you are not.
But to a large extent too.
But
looking at that game, do you get it?
There's a proverb that says, in the congregation of blind men, a one-eyed man is the king. So that's what I feel is happening to. But Bruno is a world-class player. I love Bruno. Bruno is a very good player.
So I expect Manchester United.
He's not just a good player. He's a world-class player.
He's a good player.
Bruno, he's not just a good player. Say it again. He's a good player. You can't count 3 midfielders in the world now currently without putting Bruno there.
Why
in world football?
Yes. In the world football. Yes. You can't count 3.
Not current form. In world football. Active footballers now.
Yes, active footballers now.
Should I call 310?
Oh yeah, call them now.
De Bruyne is better than Bruno.
The Bruno, yes, is gone already. Okay, let's look at not just because if we are looking at that now, we start bringing people like Thomas Muller, you understand, those ones are those ones have already made their name already. You get it. So we are looking at currently.
But you cannot say those ones have made their name already. Bruno Fernandes is 30 years old. Yes.
Bruno is 30 plus.
Bruno is 30 years old.
Okay.
Kevin De Bruyne is maybe 31 or 32. What are you telling me?
Kevin De Bruyne is 33.
What are you telling me? 3 years.
Thomas Muller is 35.
It doesn't matter. He's a good player. I agree. In Manchester United, I agree with
He's not just good player. He's a world class player.
Okay, if you say so.
There is a difference between that now.
So Manchester United fan, Bruno Fernandes is a world class player.
No,
I agree.
I hate United. I hate Chelsea. I hate I despise Barcelona. I despise Barcelona because I'm a Real Madrid fan. But me, I feel Bruno Fernandes is a world class player to some extent.
Yes.
He's a world class player.
He's really good.
To some extent.
He's really good because
God.
I feel after Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League, Bruno Fernandes is
number 2.
next. So I feel
even the 3. Call your 3 safe. Let me
I
hear.
feel
Call your 3.
I would call
call
the
your
veterans now. If I'm to call active footballers, I'll call the likes of the Modric because Modric is still active. Modric is a better footballer than Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would obviously call Modric. So
okay, who else again?
Even if no, I'm not looking for.
No, you are still looking for.
I will still call the likes of them Thomas Muller.
Thomas Muller.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, call another
active
one.
midfielders.
Call another one.
That's not the point.
No, the basic thing is if we are looking at those that are in their prime age now currently, no, you can't call 3 without calling Bruno. You can't. You can't.
Bruno
if you look at it,
really
you can't.
He's a good midfielder. So personally, I feel United should just give up on it. Even if they want to end 17th, at least 18, 19, 20 has entered relegation.
Exactly.
Already. So they should just rest their players. Because if Bruno get injury, you know, go funny you.
Bruno is not an injury player.
Bruno is not an injury player.
When last have you seen Bruno injured?
Bruno is not. His son an injury player, but son has been injured for how many months now?
When last have you seen Bruno?
Bruno is not an injury player, but players get to.
Since the time he came to Man U, he was only injured just once. And that injury was not even more than 2 or 3 weeks.
The other one you are saying is statistics. The statistics is not the.
So, but basically, I'm not expecting.
So the next match we are going to talk about is Arsenal Newcastle. That's a very, very tricky match because I feel. Sorry for cutting you short. Newcastle are just 3 points or 4 points behind Arsenal, and Arsenal wouldn't want to, at least even if they've lost the league, they wouldn't want to lose the second place. I may cost not too much, you understand? So I feel that match is going to be a very, very tough match. But Newcastle needs it more because if Newcastle should lose that match, they are going down. So Newcastle are currently sitting on 3rd. If they should lose that match, they can go to 7th. You understand? So that match is a very, very tough match. So what do you feel about Arsenal Newcastle?
I think okay.
As an Arsenal fan, I feel like that is a must win for Arsenal because they are coming to the Emirates.
Can go down.
They are coming to the Emirates. You know, no matter how we go down, we are still going to be in the top 4. But you know, you've lost everything the fans actually open, and the only second place, that is what you could give the fan. So, and that is our last home game at the Emirates for this season, and you know, we are going to give it all. We have to fight. Newcastle has beaten us at least twice this season, if I'm not mistaken. So the match is like a do or die match for them because they have to win. They have no choice. They have to win. And the likes of Rice was rested in our last game. So I expect Arsenal to win that match. I expect nothing less than a win in that match because if you don't win, now you have to put all your focus, all your hope on beating Southampton at their home at the end of the season. But now you have the chance to win, and Newcastle, they drop Arsenal from the FA Cup, and they beat Arsenal at a crucial point in the season where Arsenal needed the win.
They've beaten you twice in a row. I think they've beaten you twice in a row.
They can make it.
And they can make it 3 times.
They beat us twice
They can make it 3.
and they beat us once in the Premier League. So I expect Arsenal to win. So I'm giving Arsenal a 2-0 win.
2-0 win. Yeah. Wow. Against Newcastle.
Arsenal 2-0 win against you.
Newcastle.
In your last 2 matches, you've not scored 1 goal.
Okay, I expect
and Newcastle have been beating you 2-0.
That's now.
That's now.
But to an extent, I feel Newcastle will take that game because we can see what they did to Liverpool too. So when they are very determined, they will perform. That's one thing. So I feel they will win. They will win the game.
In Emirates.
They can beat you guys at Emirates.
They are waiting the Emirates.
Okay.
So for me, 2-1.
Let's see.
So since Liverpool has won the league, Arsenal has managed to win once since Liverpool won the league. So I feel the momentum of the squad has drastically gone down after losing to PSG, which they underestimated. They underestimated PSG, saying they would kill PSG.
Since they beat Madrid, they've become the king of the world.
Since we deceived them, giving them hope because we are not good this season, we deceived them. and they thought that okay, they would beat the PSG. So now Arsenal has won just once in their last 5 matches. Just once, and Newcastle has managed to win 3 matches in their last 5 matches because Newcastle are obviously fighting for Champions League places. But Arsenal, they are just coming out to just play ball. That's what I feel. So I feel Newcastle would beat Arsenal today. Yes. So the next match we're going to talk about is the FA Cup final. Manchester City against Crystal Palace. Me, I'm very surprised though, because Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa 3-0. How? So, on a normal day, I would have said it's a walkover for Manchester City, but for Crystal Palace to beat Aston Villa 3-0. Aston Villa did not score 1 goal. And Man City, we all know that Man City has been shaking throughout this season. So I feel it's going to be a very tricky match, but I feel Man City will still go over the edge against Crystal Palace. I don't know what you feel about the match. You are a Manchester United fan, so obviously you don't want your City rivals to...
You know, the match is a very dicey one. When I said dicey in the sense that if Crystal Palace win, Crystal Palace is going to qualify for Europa League. Do you know that? So now, Crystal Palace have to give it their all.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at the record this season, Bologna won their first league after 50-something.
Over Milan.
Go Ahead Eagles, the likes of everybody has a long-time record that he has been breaking. Newcastle are the same thing. So if Crystal Palace could win the FA Cup, that means a whole lot of people are actually breaking. This year is record-breaking years. People are breaking record. People are trying as much as possible to win in all aspects. So Tottenham too as well is playing in Europa League.
PSG, maybe.
PSG as well. So it's a good fight for Newcastle and Crystal Palace. And you can see Eze as well has been turning up for them. Matete has been turning up for them.
Yeah.
Sa has been turning up for them. They have a good midfielder, and this boy, everybody should watch out for him. People have been watching out for him, but I think people should watch him closely. Watton. That guy is playing. He's playing so well. So I expect
even Gehi. They have a lot of.
I expect Crystal Palace to do the need for. And if you watch Crystal Palace Newcastle, Manchester City about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Crystal Palace were leading 2-0 before Manchester United comes back. Manchester City comes out to win the game. So
yeah, it's a game that can go either ways. You understand? It can go either way because Crystal Palace they've been in form recently. Their form has been the Crystal Palace Wolves.
Yes.
Their form has been at some point it was Fulham, Bournemouth. So at some point Crystal Palace picked up, Wolves picked up. If you just give 1 or 2 chances to Mateta, he has scored. It's a goal. So basically, Man City need to be very, very careful and try as much as possible to score as many goals as possible. Because I believe the game will be a game of goals will come at both ends. Goals will come at both ends. So, but to predict the winner, I think Man City will still win the game, basically. Yeah. If we look at the strength of the two games.
That's why I said I expect Manchester City to win. But if Crystal Palace actually win the FA Cup, I won't be surprised. I'll be surprised.
And for me, I don't mind. Man City should win it. They should go to Europa. Then lose the remaining games in Premier League.
As a Manchester United fan,
I don't mind that one.
So there's a question I want to ask now. So it's not like a controversial question, but who do you think has been the Premier League best player this season?
It's not debatable.
It's not debatable.
It's not debatable. You know, it's by Mohamed Salah. No, it's not debatable. He has been exceptional. He's had the best seasons of his career this season. And with back-to-back consistency, both assists, both goals, both performance. So it's not something you debate about. So nobody comes close.
Definitely. One of the best things to be the best player in the league is if you can win your team the trophy. For instance, if you look at La Liga, Mbappe is their current highest goal scorer. but people don't sing the song of Mbappe. They sing the song of Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. And why is because he actually won the league. No matter how much you contribute, if you cannot take your team to the finish line, you just, even while Harry Kane was still in the Premiership, people sing of Harry Kane, blah blah blah, but he could not get Tottenham to the finish line. So if you score as many goals as you can score, until you get your team to the finish line, that is where people will sing your song. So I think Mohamed Salah has actually proven himself this season again that he's one of the best players in the world, and I'm very sure, and I hope that he got. I'm very sure he's going to get the Premier League Player of the Year. Very, very sure.
So that's for that. So there's the last. This is going to be the last one in our segment today, and it's going to be we want to put out our Premier League first 11 this season. The best players to perform in the Premier League this season. So I want to start from the goalkeeper. The Premier League's best goalkeeper this season, based on performance. Okay. Who is he going to be?
For me, I think we should go to Marcel's. That's
the Forest goalkeeper.
Keeper.
That's
he has been very exceptional. Highest number of clean sheets. I think he also has a lot of saves too. So looking at that coming from Nottingham Forest. So it's a team that needs recognition.
And they are fighting for Champions League places. So
exactly.
It's
so it's
very,
a team that
very,
needs
very
recognition. I can say the equivalent to him in La Liga is Joan Garcia, Espanyol keeper. So I think Marcel.
It's actually a good one. Marcel actually so, but you know, the season has not ended. If the season ends and he can keep up with the clean sheets. Imagine Arsenal had 2 clean sheets. 2 clean sheets till the end of the season. Raya is going to get the Golden Glove, and people will actually drop Marcel's from their first 11 because he was not able to keep the clean sheet. That's why I said once you get your team to the finish line before people can actually praise you. But he has actually done a great job for Nottingham Forest this season, so I expect him to be the number 1 goalkeeper.
But Raya is a very good competition. Raya is a very good competition.
That's why I said but until you get your team to the finish line, if Raya could keep the clean sheets against Newcastle and against Southampton, that would be 14 clean sheets, and Marcel cannot keep the clean sheets. Raya is going to definitely be for the people because he was able to keep clean sheets, even if Arsenal did not get the
Premier League title. So who is going for your right back?
For my right back, I will go for Olaino.
Yes.
Olaino has been exceptional this season.
Yes, Olaino. But I will actually pick Timber as well. Timber has actually been exceptional for Arsenal. But you know, one thing
Timber has had injury problems.
No, Timber has not had injury problems. Timber has played. That's why I said Timber has been exceptional. But Olaino has been more consistent with the position this season. And why is because at some point Nottingham Forest last year Nottingham Forest were like fighting for relegation, but this year they were able to get to 3. Olaino has been covering from left to back, providing assists, being their points man at some point in the season. Without Olaino, Crystal Palace is not going to. Nottingham Forest is not going to. So I think Olaino also has been. He's a good choice for me. Olaino has been able to prove himself this season.
So this one that we are not even having any controversy with our picks. So for centre back, who is it going to be for centre back position this season?
I'll pick Gabriel. I'll pick Gabriel and Van Dijk this season. I'll pick Gabriel. Arsenal Gabriel. He has been exceptional this season.
Gabriel and Van Dijk.
He's one of the best players. And why I'll pick Van Dijk ahead of Kanote is because Kanote has been exceptional as well. But you know, Kanote and Gabriel are more of like the same kind of profile of player. The bully ones. Van Dijk is just the one that read the game and everything. So Van Dijk will actually pair with Kanote, the right foot, you know, and Gabriel. Gabriel has been exceptional this season. Nobody can dispute the fact, but you know, Van Dijk is Liverpool captain. He has been available throughout the season. Kanote has at some point had injury that he has to come back to the team and stuff like that.
But Gabriel had injuries too.
Yeah, Gabriel had injury just like five games to the end of the season. Gabriel has just been 5 games to the end of the season.
Is it 5?
Yes. You could see the impact. Gabriel has just been like 5 games to the end of the season. He had injury before the Madrid game. And we've not actually played so much after the Madrid game. So Gabriel has been exceptional as well. So I'll pick Gabriel and Van Dijk.
Yeah, I think I will agree with you with that because I've just been looking at it. Gabriel Saliba. You know, at some point when we look at the beginning of the season, right to February, it was Gabriel. Gabriel, Saliba was just in his shadows, basically. If you look at the work he did throughout the Arsenal set piece, all those things like that, Gabriel has also been exceptional this season. So
if you look at our team, if you look at Arsenal team currently, Gabriel, since Gabriel has not been around, and the backline has they lack concentration. You could see Saliba has made a couple of mistakes. While if Gabriel is here, he dare not make such mistake because Gabriel is more of like the leader at that centre back. Yes, Saliba is a good centre back, but there is no way you are going to have centre back when you don't have someone that you listen to. That's what they call centre back. That's why he scored a team. When you are defending, on the defending like there must be someone everybody actually listen to. And Saliba has tried as much as possible. He's a good defender, but he lost concentration at some point because he feels too relaxed. Nobody to give him that ginger. Nobody's and without Saliba, Gabriel has been proving that yes, he's a good centre back and he can do it for us. Even last season when everything was going when things were not going the way we want, Gabriel has been consistent for us.
So for left back.
Okay, I think that might be very dicey a bit because
Personally, I'll go for Miles Lewis Kelly.
Lewis Kelly. Okay.
Lewis Kelly has been the revelation of the season.
Yeah.
A very big revelation of the season, Lewis Kelly. I would have gone for maybe Robertson, but I would go for
There are other options.
Miles. There are other options.
There is Robinson.
Robinson for Fulham.
Robinson of Fulham.
I think Lewis Kelly has that edge. Lewis Kelly has been really, really impressive
There's
this season.
Kakes of Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of players
Kekes
that they did well, yeah.
So Kekes is more of an attacking threat. But Lewis Kelly is more balanced.
Kelly is balanced, yeah.
Kelly is balanced.
But you can't. Yes, Kelly is a revelation of the season.
So let's look at the front three. There's no much controversy on this front three because we know Salah has been exceptional on the right wing. So the striker position now between Haaland or Isak. Who are we choosing?
Isak.
But
Isak over Haaland.
But yes, Isak over Haaland. But you know one thing I felt like we could actually play Haaland and Isak together. Like if I'm going to play
that means we are not using a three-man midfield.
We can use a 3-man. Isak can play from the wing. Isak can actually play from the wing. But we can play it like we can play a 4-2-2, a 4-1-3-2 dynamic.
4-1-3-2.
Yes, 4-1-3-2. The 4 back line, Caicedo. Then we have Declan Rice. We have Bruno Fernandes and Salah. Then we have Haaland and Isak at the front.
Are we forgetting Mamouche?
Mamouche has not been exceptional. Mamouche was Mamouche is not exceptional.
Nah.
I will either pick Odio or Elanga ahead of Mamouche this season. I'll pick who is this Aston Villa winger? The likes of what's his boy name? This young boy that Ramsey has even performed better this season. Rashford, yes, even Rashford has proved
I think we would rather go for Jacob Murphy ahead of Ramsey.
Jacob Murphy.
I feel we should just go for Isak and Haaland.
Yes.
Because I don't feel there's
Isak, Haaland, and Salah.
Because I don't feel there was an exceptional right winger this season. An exceptional left winger this season. So I feel we should just go for Isak and Haaland. And now we've come to the end of today's show. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Who would make your team? Till we meet next time. Bye-bye.